As a Chinese home cook, I've always wanted to know the proper way to eat sushi. Not just the etiquette for fancy restaurants, but also for the common conveyor belt sushi places. Since I do not have a Japanese friend in Tokyo, I decided to ask ChatGPT. But first, we need to find a conveyor belt sushi place. A friend of mine recommended this place at Akihabara called Sushiro. It's pretty difficult to find, but I found it after some searching. If you would like to come here yourself, here are the directions. I'm at Akihabara and I'm looking for this place called Sushiro. It's pretty difficult to find, so here's how you get there. This is the Akihabara station, and just outside of this station, you would see the Pito Plaza. Walk along this, and you'll see 7-Eleven on your right. Walk a little further, and right at the end of the building, you'll see this little staircase that goes down to Sushiro. Okay, this place is always very crowded.
Calling for customers with ticket number 568.
So do come here early and expect to wait. It took 2 hours of waiting before we got our seat. Meanwhile, we went back to 7-Eleven for some food to tide us over. How to eat sushi according to ChatGPT. Follow these basic etiquette will enhance the enjoyment of sushi. And here are some simple guides. Before you begin, clean your hands. Set up your chopsticks by separating them. These chopsticks are already separated. For the soy sauce, pour a small amount of soy sauce onto your plate. It's customary not to waste, so only pour what you need. I think they don't encourage the use of soy sauce here, as I couldn't find any of those little plates for soy sauce. Or am I missing something here? Wasabi placement. If wasabi is not already on your sushi, add a small amount directly onto the fish or rice. Avoid dipping the sushi into the soy sauce with the wasabi. Okay, so for this wasabi rule, I think it's correct if you're using actual wasabi. But for wasabis like these that comes in a packet, They're actually horseradish with green colouring, and it's very, very strong. To temper the spiciness, I will usually put this in my soy sauce. For the dipping technique, lightly dip the rice onto the soy sauce and not the fish side. For sashimi, a small amount of soy sauce on the side is acceptable. Okay, for this rule, I was told differently. I was told not to dip my rice into the soy sauce because it will just lose its structure, break up, and fall into the soy sauce itself. Also, the rice will soak up too much soy sauce and it becomes very salty. I've heard various versions of this. Some say we should dip the fish and not the rice into the soy sauce, while others say we should dip the rice and not the fish or any of the ingredients on top into the soy sauce so as to not to alter the flavour of the toppings. Here's something about using fingers. It is acceptable to use your fingers. Just flip the sushi upside down with your thumb, forefinger and middle finger, allowing the fish side to fall onto your tongue. Oops. Next, consume nigiri, sashimi and small sushi rolls in one bite. It's a sign of respect to the chef. Take your time to savor each piece of sushi. Enjoy the flavors, texture, and the artistry of sushi. In the end, food should be fun. Don't take the food too seriously, and don't take yourself too seriously too. Do what you like, just be polite and respectful. In the end, food is about the memories we make and the company we keep. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching to the end, and thank you for the encouragement. I'll see you in my next video. So with the amount of food we ate, the quality and the price, I think it's pretty worth it to come here again.